big difference is Moskov and Harith.
And there's no Valentina, technically.
Exactly.
But there's a Lo Yi that can deal with the NetherRealm rather quickly. But, I don't know, with the Cho there, yes, the Fairmist does do well, because then you try to pick someone off, you try to kick one guy, there's a, you know, full... there are multiple dimensions to this. It ends up being execution-based.
And I don't like an assassin anymore for Evos.
Yeah.
Yeah, assassin here would definitely...
They gotta go Lucas Jungle.
Oh,
Lucas Jungle.
Lucas Jungle, yeah. It certainly does make sense. I think the Fairmist can be a counter to that as well. Hylas as the final pick now. So yeah.
Wait,
Hylos EXP.
should be XP. Yeah, it is XP.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right.
Yep. It looks like Bigetron once again believe in the Fairmist chip synergy. They want another chance to pull it off. Unfortunately, in game number 1, they were unable to find that success. But here in game number 3, they're saying, you know what? Hey, we made some minor changes without the Valentina now. We also have the Moskov in the gold lane for Emman. So might this be the answer that Bigetron are looking for in order to come back? It looks like lineup rating heavily favors Bigetron. But remember, Gary was on Bigetron's side.
That is true.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's head over to the land of Dawn. Game number 3 between the Red Robots and the White Tigers. Let's see how this all pans out.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, the final game here to decide who comes out on top in this match with so much rivalry, with these two teams, Bigetron and Evos.
Let's see, folks. King Natgoat on the Lo Yi. This was his debut pick as well, the Lo Yi, where he was able to beat the defending champions, TLID.
Wow.
With Albert being the Lucas jungle though, so no longer an assassin, but still a lot of damage potential. I wonder when exactly does Evos plan on turning up the heat with the Lo Yi. Look at that damage though, already in the early game, the Lo Yi power. In theory, in the early game with the Cho and the Lo Yi, Evos should have all the prio in the world right now, especially in the mid lane. Looking at the emblems, once again, 3 Inspires for the side of Bigetron, but even to pull yourself together for Moreno on the Fairmist. So he's looking to be a bit more playmaking heavy as Emman goes with the Master Assassin, trying to match Erlan in that lane. But if our data serves us correctly, I think Granger still comes out on top here. It all depends on how the matchup goes though.
I think it really depends on later on the chip and the Lo Yi, right? Because as soon as that level 3 hits, that's when the force of nature from both of these teams, you know, the dominance around the map starts to come to play. So until level 4, it seems like things are actually kind of quiet.
Rotation down below though.
I think just to get the XP crab, audience prediction has shifted quite a bit now. It's Evos leading.
73% by GoPay. Meanwhile, back into the gold lane still. We've been battling things out. Evos are looking quite aggressive here, invading into the enemy jungle. Light actually picks up a lot of damage from the early game pressure that Bluey can have, but seems like Evos are the ones now with a little bit more control over the objective.
Luke on level 4 even. Keep trying to go for Kudo now, gets pinned down into the wall as Annabelle will be zoned completely, and that's a free neutral objective to Albert and Evos.
Bold move for Key there to try and go for a zone, a threaten with low HP. He's supposed to flicker for his troubles, but overall, the fact that Evos can get the turtle is still definitely a big W. And with that tempo, again, I'm waiting for the moment where Natco can show they can match up to Moreno. The fact that Bigetron just used it just earlier in game number 2 also means that most likely they would have an idea, right, on where these divergences are gonna be aimed at, and whether or not Light can actually match up pressure-wise against the Lo Yi with that chip too.
That's a big question because Natco is already level 4. Light isn't. So Evil should have a little bit more time to play with Key though.
Wait, the dragon, nope, coming down, NetherRealm as well. Annabelle jumping to the back line now with the electrifying beats as well. Reggie unable to get the stun as the NetherRealm will be dealt with. Light flickering out to safety, is that going to be the pin down coming down to Moreno. Flickers out Key, Jikudo locking him down, Albert secures first blood. Fist crack on the 2, but there's no one there to help him out. Evos on the board, Annabelle on the enemy side, and take a look at the Granger Erlan free hits.
That's a 1-for-0 trade, but Evils were still able to pick up the turtle. Key, meanwhile, zones out Emman completely here. Light coming in to help him out, but
Oh.
Eman actually goes in for that.
Ooh, gets punished for it.
Just got back from the recall from the base and already loses more than half his HP. That's a good punishment coming in from Evos. But overall, I'm curious to see what Annabelle was doing right there. Oh, another Word of the Dragon.
Oh, and the pick instantly. Annabelle looking for the damage, electrifying beats again, but it's not enough to threaten Albert or Key.
Slower responses are coming in from Bigetron. Evos are the ones always really proactive, always going for the plays first. It seems that Bigetron are struggling to keep up with the pace. But earlier, again, in the first fight, you saw Annabelle kind of waiting. You pop the electrifying beats and then wait around for a little bit. We won't see it until maybe a replay later on, but it seems like he wasn't really sure on how to approach the fight with all of this potential crowd control coming through from the side of Evos.
That does make sense, and now it looks like Albert is a level ahead of Annabelle, level 8 right now. Oh, Key goes in.
Oh, it's an off-angle kick though, so Key will be in an awkward position. Light pops in the crash course now as the join will not rejoin. Oh, finally he decides to go in, but it's all alone. Let's find beats in the midst of it all. Gets a pick, another realm! And the pick down with the fist crack as Matko is the one who secures the neutral objective.
That's Nat Goat.
Nat Goat.
King Nat Goat.
Take a look at Amando, free hitting, and just like that, oh, the gold lead is gone.
Absolutely a very close game here. 2 turtles though for Evos, but Bigetron already showing that. Whoa, hang on a second.
Oh, Erlan. That's a dash again. Great kiting from Erlan to keep him away from Annabelle. Key gets the kick. Oh, the stun on the wall and the pullback.
This is play after play, man. We don't really get a chance to discuss things at length right here. With Key on the Cho, with Light on the chip as well. There's so many things that can happen, but Bigetron clearly seeming to be a bit lost on how to engage and where to engage. Evos, even when they have the diversion as a possibility, they can still rely on Key to engage in a straightforward fashion, so they can alternate their approach again and again. Whereas for Bigetron, so far it's looking pretty template, and they don't have a lot more flexibility in how they want to try and go for some of these plays.
And it's a lot more easy for Evos as well, considering Key, despite being against Key on the show, there's no purifies on the board from the side of Bigetron too. So finding those moments, finding those pickoffs should be a lot simpler compared to Bigetron. I don't know, I feel like if Game 1 repeats itself, then it's going to all fall into the hands of Eman on the Moskov to get to that Trinity as quick as possible, get the damage as quick as possible, and maybe look for an outplay in a later portion of the team fight.
And that certainly can be a great way for Bigetron to just aim for some dominance in the movement. Because with the chip, the chip does so much better with side lane pressure, where the chip can kind of split push along with someone, right? And make it a confusing situation to be in, because he can portal away to the top or bottom side of the map. That is an advantage that the low Yi doesn't really have. But now look at Evos again, already ahead so far in the setup.
Jikundo, oh no way, the Dragon Crash Course actually cancels it out now. Fist crack on a 2. Crash Course coming down with another realm 2. Now Annabelle jumping to the back. Albert gonna be taken very low. No, actually just a lure there. Oh, Turtle taken out. Light Crash Course, Erlan stunned up. Moreno flickering out in time. K kicks him back to the fray. Light now gunned down by Erlan. Flickers out, but Erlan surely will take the kill. It's a double and a perfect turtle for Evos.
That was very messy by Bigetron. What did you think about that?
I mean, they were trying to go for the same approach there. Get in there, take the damage, tank it with the Netherrealm. But the fact that Evos has so much AoE makes it Netherrealm so much of a non-factor. The moment Albert and Natko output their damage together, that Netherrealm is just gone. And not to mention, when they're clumping up together, this is the same benefit that Reggie had. But wait a minute. Okay. And that was too clean with it. But Key is getting so much value with the Jikundos, not just the way of the Dragons, because everyone from Bigetron are clumping up together. So now they're stuck in a difficult spot. Do they want to group together and get massive value from the Netherrealm, or do they want to spread around a bit to ensure that Evos can't really combo them?
It's a big question. Right now it seems like a little more emphasis on helping out Eman in the top lane. They should be able to get that tower, but it looks like Erlan very quick as well was able to take down the turret in the bottom lane first, rather. So again, a big question to Light. What's the plan with Light? Does he look for a crazy play? Is he not comfortable to take that risk? What's going on and why is he so passive?
feel like Bigetron at this point have to bank on the late game macro approach. That seems to be one of the only advantages, but look at Matko already setting up a diversion.
Doesn't necessarily commit onto that. I think they were trying to clear the mid lane faster because they want to set up for the next neutral objective, which is that Lord that spawns in under 6 seconds. Albert gonna be able to clear the top lane as well. And what does Annabelle do? Annabelle level 12 right now, catching up to Albert, who's also at level 12. But look at the way that Key's positioned. Look at the way where Natko's positioned. It's a lot of information over for their team.
The control for Evos definitely is much better. And that's again because Bigetron doesn't really have a secure way of finding that information and getting out. Luke is on the Badang, but the Badang isn't exactly the best escape artist. Always usually used in a more straightforward fashion. So that's where Evos are abusing the fact they can just walk up, they can get in and out using the Cho. So Bigetron are forced to just heavily rely on that far side pressure. But look at this diversion. Just to the excuse for the rotation.
Yeah, it's just to the Lord. They're not going to try to make an ambush happen. Super Ken there watching this matchup very closely as well. And they are bursting down. They're blitzing this Lord. Down to a quarter of his HP. Annabelle walking up now. Let's find Peace. Retribution. Albert wins it away. Crash Course coming down with the shortcut too. Luke going to be taken down. NetherRealm a bit late. Light will be able to flicker in time. But look at the damage that's been placed down. Erlan trying to go for the snipe. Moreno will be caught. And he actually escapes here. Evos. They get everything they wanted. SOD. Oh, what? A dive from Iman to get Albert. Annabelle walks back in. Now, does he have enough damage? Erlan with the flicker out to safety. The mid lane will be cleared out again. A diversion, though. Might catch Annabelle. Go Yi flanking. No, they get away.
What was that re-engage from Iman though? Was that worth it, that trade?
I don't think it was planned. The fact that Moreno was in the area, he saw the SOD connect, he saw Annabelle actually still behind the members of Evos. If they re-engaged together at the right opportune moment, there was a chance that could have worked out. But the fact that Annabelle got, that Iman got immediately blown up like that, that definitely wasn't part of the calculations. Evos now with a 2.5k gold lead, gonna be even more dangerous. And keep in mind that that whole fight, the moment Bigetron all walked through the portal, the three members, they got knocked up by the Jeet Kune Do from Key. So this Cho performance is subtle, but it's absolutely great from Key.
Diversion spotted. Natko right there. Lord. It's gonna be taken down. Meanwhile, Light in the back. Oh, gonna be caught. Electrified Beats. Oh! The Shadow Stampede brings him in. Annabelle still looking for the damage. He still has Electrifying Beats. What was the initial damage? Was it just the dashes?
Might just be the dashes and the procs on the Starlium as well. Just like that. The moment the gold laner is gone, the moment Erlan is no longer in the picture, that's the moment that Bigetron is waiting for. Even though Evos were able to spot out Light, Light actually was able to make the play there, diving towards the backline. It worked there. Unfortunately, there's no real objective on the map for Bigetron to capitalize on. And the next time Light tries the same maneuver, tries the same trick, Evos will be ready for it.
I mean, that's an assumption anyway, right? But that's exactly what we were looking for. More initiating plays coming in from Light on the chip. And sure, there weren't any objectives on the board, but that was a shutdown onto Erlan. 6-1-2 now. Who was able to take him down? Was it Annabelle? Did he get the shutdown earlier on? Because I think that's,
yeah, it was
that's
Annabelle.
value,
It was Annabelle,
right?
indeed.
There you go.
Look at Erlan though, even with that shutdown, 35 stacks still on the Sky Piercer.
It's not great.
500.
Yeah.
Not great, but you know, it's still relevant
okay,
at this point, right? With 6 kills. I think for Evos, you gotta respect it a bit more. The chance for Bigetron to actually make a play like that. So you can see them positioning more defensively. They're sending Reggie out there, you know, as a bit of a bait. It's a bit of a sentry. With 2 seconds to go for the Lord. This is again where Bigetron can try and use all the global pressure they have to their advantage.
Technically, they have the Moskov and they have the chip to work with. So in terms of tools, there's more that Bigetron can do creatively instead of Evos. So now, he seems like he's opening up the map, giving up vision. But again, the idea that Moskov is always on the side lanes. Wait a second.
Albert claims the Lord in the bottom lane. A tier 2 will fall. It's a trade. Tier 2. Luke! Fist crack. No follow-up. Key goes in on the Light. The Crash Course comes down as well. Luke will be able to go for the stun again. But that is Light taken down. Moskov. A base turret. Iman. Oh wait, it's just Natko. Oh, he misses the SOD. They might have already gotten enough time. Winter Crown, that goes! Well played, Eman. Taken down. Now in the mid lane though, they've dealt with the Lord. Albert is all alone. And he gets pushed away. Albert still wants to go for it. Fist crack coming down at the realm as well. Dealt with again. Albert almost. Was he close to a kill?
I think he was, but NetherRealm, it was used and it got immediately popped by Albert. So that's the kind of damage that Albert is operating with. But overall, despite losing the Lord, they got a base turret. Bigetron stopping the recalls, but now Reggie.
8 seconds for Eman. They gotta go and deal with this wave. That's Luke, kick back. He gonna be fallen. NFL, wow, that damage again. It's Airline with a poke, but unfortunately not enough damage to take anyone down. And that's an SOD. Oh, Eman gets a crazy 4-man stun. What the heck? But the diversion was there. Wow.
That was so lucky. That was so lucky for the White Tigers, man. If the diversion didn't hit as it did, that would have been disastrous. Light, however.
Oh, part 2, this time on Natco! And this time they get it done! Albert bursts it down to NetherRealm! Oh, a few more shots! He gets away, Annabelle gets away as well. But it is playing out differently. That in-between turret shortcut.
So that play earlier where they were able to actually get Eman, was it worth it though? Because Natco did not have the Winter Crown ready because he used it to bait Eman in that bottom lane fight. Oh boy. Because of the chase, because of the initial fight in the Lord Pit, they lost a base turret, and then they were punished afterwards as well. Bigetron finding all these weird ways to get back in the game. Now unfortunately for them, the Lord is going to be spawning on the side where the base turret is taken for Bigetron. So Evos has a chance to once again continue with their strategy so far. You just have to have a bigger eye on the map because Bigetron can absolutely go for more of a split push focus here.
Extremely. Moskov is going to be an issue. Light is also going to be an issue. And as we're reaching this 15-minute moment in this game, is there anything that we need to keep an eye out for in the terms of items before we get into this next Lord fight?
If the next fight happens to be a bit more of a front-to-back, then the Malefic Gun on Eman is definitely a massive factor here. He's going to be able to actually keep his distance better from the rest of the team. But look at Key!
Great kick, Light, can they burst him down NetherRealm? Not enough, Moreno has placed himself in a dire spot. Moreno will be punished for that move, but he respawns back instantly. Light does not have the same mechanic built in.
In the top lane though, Eman's all alone.
He's all alone. Okay.
That was an interesting moment, man. Because, you know...
SOD.
Onto Erlan. The damage placed back. Diversion spotted out. Moreno needs to run away. Luke as well. Albert looking for the engage. Luke backing him away. Dispersion, rotation, catching the fist crack though. Also doing the same thing. Key, Jikundo. That's a glorious path to lock Luke down. As that's going to be Eman trying to cut away. But Albert goes in with a nature. Still, Albert with the back wreaking havoc. Eman still able to get this pyramid as he flickers out of the way. Now Annabelle also doing the same line with the crash course again. Annabelle can take it. Now it's Reggie who has fallen as there's a wave down below. And somehow PTR came out on top.
1 for 2 trade, ladies and gentlemen. Behind that play coming through, that was insane. Again, right? The portals coming through has just been so important for Bigetron in their re-engage as well as Eman and the SODs. And it looks like Annabelle should be able to pick this up uncontested. And there it is.
With a save for Evos out of nowhere with Key, a death sonata.
What just happened? The steal at the last second. The winning moment, it seemed, for Bigetron has been overturned.
Reggie's up, they can diversion back in. Oh no. This is not good for Bigetron.
They're going for it now, but Bigetron are going to be able to actually whittle down the Lord before Evos get in the picture.
Oh, look at that. Look at the damage, the piercing damage. Lord will be able to charge. Key goes over to Jikundo. That's a charge. Light with the flank as well. Oh no, Evos. A bad spot. Crash course coming down. Albert will he still be able to survive? Luke coming in as well. NetherRealm not in time. There is Erlan gets another kill. Light with the flicker. Albert gets killed by Erlan one more time. Key, Jikundo away the dragon. Emma burst it down by Erlan. Again, it's a triple. It's a maniac as he snipes Moreno down on top of the base.
What is this man made of? An amazing comeback from Evos in those final moments. and it was all Erlan. It was all Doma. What?
The steal into the chase, into the Maniac. It was a close game. The closest out of the three. But unfortunately, Evos, they have done it.